Booyakasha! Get fucked! Oh, right in the crotch. What's up, Dark Souls fans, and welcome back to Praise of the Sun. Today I'm going to be checking out the Astora Greatsword, highly requested from pretty much all of you when I called it a generic giant greatsword when I was fighting against it. I have to say, this thing is sexy. Like, I mean, just the way it looks amazing. Like an extra long version of, like, Aragorn's sword from Lord of the Rings or some shit. It looks fantastic. It's definitely the best looking greatsword I've ever seen in a FromSoft game, in my opinion. And before that, my favorite looking greatsword was the Zweihander, maybe the Flamberge. That sword looks pretty cool too. But this outclasses both of them in terms of fashion, in my opinion. I really love how it looks. I'll show you guys my build after this duel. But it's basically the same build I've been running, just a luck-based build. I went ahead and upgraded this thing for Hollow. It honestly seems like luck... Oh, wow, damn, I didn't roll fast enough. That was a good punish. Get fucked. No, I shouldn't have done that. Not enough stamina. That was pretty close. I got lucky. Gotcha! Oh, yes. GG. But yeah, I'll show you guys my build. Let's see. Alright, so... 31 Vigor, 40 Endurance, 35 Strength, 35 Dex, 40 Luck, although it's really 30 Luck, just boosted by my 2 Hollow Weapons. So it'd probably be a better build if I were to put, like, 5 more points into Strength and Dex, or wear, like, the Strength and Dex boosting rings, but really, when you're talking about having 548 AR, you really don't need any more. Now, this build was at 500 AR, before upgrading it for Hollow and like using my luck. You know, I'm really kind of convinced that luck-based builds are really just the best thing in the game, because you just get extra damage for no real downside. Like the base damage on this was like 268 or something like that before I went to Hollow, so I lose like 18 points, but I gained like 50 fucking points in AR just from the scaling alone. It kind of seems like luck's the way to go. And honestly, I'm okay with that, because I'm really digging bleed builds in this game, and I would prefer not to change my build if I can. So, yeah, I don't know. I might just upgrade fucking everything for Hollow. But yeah, luck is a weird stat. I think it may get nerfed, because right now it kind of seems like lightning infusion in Dark Souls 1, in the sense that... Whoa! Gotcha! It kind of seems like a lightning infusion in the sense that there's no real downside, and it's kind of like, just, well, why not do it? You just get more damage. You are losing this fight, my friend. Oh, fucking partial. Man, if that guy had read the partial, I'd be dead right now. I had no stamina to roll away. Read your partial parries, guys. If you land a partial parry, don't... I mean, not if you land one, but if you get your opponent to partial parry, do not be afraid. Don't roll away. Don't panic roll. Stand your ground and just fucking hit them. Like, they're out of stamina. Just wreck them for the mistake. That guy definitely should have won already, but I'm gonna shut the fuck up and focus on beating him. Oh, the tracking on this is not bad at all, actually. Alright, that's not a bad trade. Next hit is gonna win. Got him! GG. Catching that fucking roll. Good game, man. That was fucking close. But yeah, so far, I'm really loving this greatsword. I hate the rolling attack. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate the rolling attack. I like that it's not as easily parried as the Zweihander, like, poke rolling attack. But what I don't like is that while I did roll catch that guy with it, and so maybe this is a little bit of a moot point, but it is a bit more difficult to catch people's rolls with it because the slower startup. But other than that, I fucking love this weapon. I really have no complaints. It's basically the same moveset as the Zweihander, with some different rolling attacks and a different weapon art. I do prefer the Zweihander's weapon art, although this one is much easier to hit with, because you can just catch people's reverse rolls pretty easily. Whereas the Zweihander's kind of focuses on baiting people in and punishing them for, you know, swinging at you. And also roll catching people who roll to your sides. But I've also noticed in this game, less people are rolling to your side than in Dark Souls 2, and perhaps that's a result of, you know, all the R1 spamming shenanigans. But then again, in Dark Souls 2, it was all about R1 spamming as well, you know. I mean, a lot of people did it, so I don't know why, you know, people aren't really playing as smart as they used to. But yeah, there's a lot of people roll away in this game. Like this guy. Oh, man. And you're dead. Takes out the Kestis, immediately goes for a parry. Easiest read every time, all the time. GG, man. Or, I'm sorry, good game. Apparently people have a problem with me saying GG verbally. Suck my dick. Anyway. So, the other night, I was up super late with Miss Praise, up till like 4 o'clock in the morning. We're trying to figure out how this Onikiri and Ubadashi stagger works, because I discovered that it's not exactly an interrupt. That I was talking about in the previous video. It's not exactly an interrupt. It is and it isn't. The leap attack, has the ability to headshot people, which causes the heavy stagger, where they go into the headshot stagger animation, they're like, and they're like falling over and shit. It has the ability to headshot people. Now the question is, how do you get those headshots consistently? I don't really have a 100% answer to that. However, I do have some situations where the headshot is much more likely to happen. So what I figured out by going through my previous clips and just playing with the weapon is that every time I got the stagger, I was standing on the stairs and my opponent was like standing down here. That leads me to believe that the weapon art, because you can never get the headshot in neutral, even if someone's totally standing still, you won't get the stagger until you actually slash with the blades, rather than getting the stagger on the invisible hitbox. I'm gonna upgrade this shit for bleed, just for the lulz. I'm gonna hold that thought for a second. Woo! This guy's getting spicy. Oops. Really shouldn't have hit that R2 there. Oh, come on. Where was my hyper armor? I guess I wasn't fast enough with it. There it is. Hell yes. Alright, so we're gonna go one-handed, and we're gonna bait out that rolling attack. Boom. GG. But anyway, what I was saying about the Onikiri and Ubadashi weapon art is that it has the ability to cause this heavy stagger, this headshot stagger. You can actually hear the headshot sound effect when you're jumping at them and they get staggered. It's hard to hear because the weapon art itself makes a whooshing noise, but you can hear it and it sounds like a ricocheting bullet. It's like every time you get a headshot. So I figured out that you know, if you're watching like my clips, you can actually hear it over the music in the bleed montage. Like slightly you can hear it over the music when I get the headshot stagger. You can hear the ricochet attack, the ricochet headshot sound effect on the jump, and then you hear it again on the slash, meaning it's a double headshot. Now, the slash doesn't always headshot, but it does always headshot if you headshot with the first one. And when you get a headshot with the actual slash, you can true combo into an L1 because they've got that extra headshot stagger. So that's pretty fucking awesome. So the way you kind of have to force it to be consistent is that I discovered that the only time you can ever get it is if someone's doing something, right? And that's why I thought it was an interrupt originally. But the only reason that you can only get it as an interrupt is because the weapon art doesn't jump high enough. Even if you're jumping off of the stairs, the weapon art does not jump high enough to hit them in the head. However, if their hitbox is lowered by doing an attack that lowers their hitbox, you can see on every single one of these R1s, I stick my head forward. That if this guy had Onikiri Nubidashi and he were to punish my whiffed R1 with the weapon art and he was like a stair above me to get that extra height, guaranteed he would get a headshot. As long as he was able to time it right, and the timing is actually incredibly tricky. So it's not the most consistent thing in the world, but I'm sure with practice and with you guys helping me test, because I do need help testing that, we can find plenty of situations where it works 100% of the time. One of the situations where I believe it to work 100% of the time is punishing jumping attacks. Because on a jumping attack, you just saw it there, your head is stuck out way fucking far. Way fucking far. And I've actually even got the stagger off of a jumping attack while being on completely even ground with my opponent. And the person who helped me test that was actually Murchie, one of my longtime subscribers and a very good friend of mine. We were just doing some testing, and they were actually the ones that pointed out that the knee, so your character's knee is actually where the invisible hitbox is. So you want to knee them in the face, in other words. And if you look at the animation, and I'm not going to do another training room on Onikiri and Ubadashi, you'll just have to wait for the strategy guide for that. If you look at the animation... Oh, bad idea, bad idea. Oh my god. Horrible punish. He could have killed me right there. But yeah, if you look at the animation for the Onikiri and Ubadashi, your knees are pretty low, and that's why you need the extra height. That's why you need their head to be super low to the ground. But Murchie did a scythe jumping attack at me, and I was able to stun it while being on basically even ground. I might have been one stair up. I don't really remember. I'd have to go back over the footage, but it's because your head is super low after a scythe jumping attack. So, pretty interesting piece of tech that Miyazaki kind of snuck in there. I almost feel like the attack may be bugged right now, because I don't feel like it should be so specific, you know? Like, that's such a weirdly situational thing, you know? Maybe they wanted to put some advanced tech in there for the PvPers, but knowing FromSoft, I highly doubt that. So right now I'm just kind of feeling like the attack is a little bugged, but that doesn't mean you can't get it, you know, somewhat consistently if you know how it hits and if you know what to punish with it. And I have not nearly explored all the options for it. You know, and I likely won't before the strategy guide comes out, because it's just like a ridiculous amount of testing, and I need to get started on these fucking things. I know you guys are waiting. So, anyway, with all that said, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and kill this guy now, because it's been ages. I've just been, like, walking backwards trying to talk. He's a very reactive player, though, so I have to be, like, pretty damn careful about the shit I am punishing. Nope. Alright, so here's what's gonna happen. The next time he takes out that crossbow, if I don't kill him right here... Oh, you son of a bitch! Alright, you're getting the dagger. That's it. You're getting the dagger. I was gonna say, the next time he takes out the crossbow, I'm just gonna take the hit by, like, blocking with my sword, run through that, and smash him in the face. That was my plan. But I'm glad it didn't have to come down to that. Shit, I'm out of Estus! No! Do I have any... Of course I don't. Of course I fucking don't. I don't have a single healing item to help with that. Alright. Well, shit, we're just gonna do it with this little bit of speck of health missing. That's fine. I don't fucking need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Let's go, Max. Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit. Ooh, the spinny axes. That's something I've been wanting to try out. Because I really did enjoy the Beyblade moveset on the Dancer Swords when I tried them out. Maybe that'll be next, maybe not. I kind of want to try out the maracas, because I've used those a little bit, you know, without recording, and damn, those things are good. Oh my god, get fucked! That's why you don't roll forward into a Greatsword, bro! You just don't! I really don't need it. I don't need that fucking health. I don't need it. I don't need it. Oh, you son of a bitch! I need it! God damn it. Of course! Of course, I should have done something unparryable. I don't know why I went for the weapon art. I really wanted to just swag out and shish kebab him. No, that's fine. Can't win them all. Gotta make a stupid mistake eventually. GG, man. Very good job capitalizing on that. Really, like, seriously, that was sick. That was sick. I was expecting him to roll away and panic, but even with that little bit of health, he stood his fucking ground. He was confident in his parry. That was good. GG, man. GG. So many people are going to call him a parry spammer, too, just because he missed the first one. The thing about, like, parry spamming is that if you miss the first one, but the opponent is going to do something fucking stupid and parryable, you know, like I just did, then technically your first parry is a bait into the other parry. It's not really parry spamming, you know? Like, this is not parry spamming. This is fucking parry spamming, you know? Like, that's entirely different, you know? I mean, you see those people like that all the time. Like that dude in the worst player ever video. But yeah, you see that kind of shit happen all the time. That's parry spamming. But parrying twice, shit, even 3 times, you know? Probably isn't parry spamming. This poor bastard. I tried to use the Dragon Covenant moveset, but it seems like it's pretty impossible to hit people with, but I don't know. You know, that's probably just because I was bad and I hadn't gotten used to it yet. But I tried doing the Dragon Hands on Wake Up and shit, and it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. It's definitely not something easy to hit with. I hope, you know, for this guy's sake that, you know, if you land that, I sincerely hope... Oh, god damn. GG, man. GG. I took out my parrying dagger and was gonna get him, but I don't think that thing has quick enough startup frames. Maybe with the Kestis it would have worked, but kind of doubt it. I was pretty punishable there. Shit. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the Dragon Covenant. So, with the Dragon Covenant... fuck. What about the Dragon Covenant? What was I saying about the Dragon Covenant? Yeah, so that, like, big hand move, obviously the breathing fire thing's fucking useless, and it's just used to, like, humiliate people when you have them low enough that you can just burn them. That's how it's always been in every game. But yeah, the hand thing seems like it could have some applications. I tried it on Wake Up on some people, but I think I might have been using the Hornet Ring when I tried it. And let me tell you guys about the Hornet Ring and why you shouldn't use the Hornet Ring. Not just because it's boring as fuck to end a parry with a one-shot kill. I mean, that's so boring. You know, you could have had a good duel, but you ruined it because you got a parry. And parries aren't that hard to get. So, I mean, you really shouldn't, like, be giving yourself a pat on the back for landing a parry and then one-shotting somebody. You know, I mean, some people do, and that's cool. But overall, the Hornet Ring is actually worse because if you don't kill him, you have no wake-up game. Because it takes so long to get out of the Hornet Ring animation that your recovery basically makes it so that you have no wake-up game. You can't actually attack before they're able to get up and roll away, versus the regular riposte animation, which leaves them on the ground well after you're recovered. And when that happens, you can very easily, you know, lead up with some wake-up mind games, and perhaps that's the reason I couldn't hit with the Dragon Hand, was because I was using the Hornet Ring at the time. You don't roll backwards, bro. You just don't do it. GG. GG. Damn. I'm really liking the hyper armor mechanics in this game. Some people find them, like, really, really hard to get past. Like, I had a comment the other day, you know, somebody was asking, like, Brace, how the fuck do you get past hyper armor? The thing is it's patience. It's patience. You may think that you're supposed to be the one rushing them down if you're on a dex build or something. In this game, with the hyper armor mechanics, they have flipped that side. Like, they have totally flipped it. Like, strength weapons are now the aggressors. Whereas before, that just really wasn't so, you know? Because you can get in someone's face, you can throw out attacks that can't be interrupted, and with the right amount of mind games, you can be extremely aggressive. I'm not saying it's impossible to be aggressive with a dex weapon. However, my biggest tip to you guys is that when you're in the neutral game, and you and your opponent are just, like, staring each other down, you're kind of doing the circle dance and shit like that, Don't rush in on them with a dex weapon if they have something that's going to hyper armor you to death. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to get fucked. You're going to get destroyed every time because they're expecting you to do that. They know how hyper armor works, and they're going to try and use that mechanic to destroy you. And if they know how to properly use hyper armor, you're never going to get an aggressive attack on them. You have to kind of like wait them out. You know, it's a game of patience. And you're going to have to wait till they whiff something, you know. A big thing that a lot of people do is they'll whiff the first R1 and then hit with the second as you're trying to come in, using the second R1's hyper armor to get through it. If you ever see somebody doing that, you can absolutely go aggressive after the first hit, and you can punish it pretty easily. But the timing is a little strict to squeeze an attack in before the hyper armor comes out on the second hit. It's a little strict. It's less strict if you wait for them to do 2 swings. However, not everybody is going to throw out 2 swings and be R1 happy with a big slow weapon, while you're obviously trying to bait it out. You know, I mean, not everybody's gonna do something that's stupid. You know, I would say try to punish after the first attack, and you know you're gonna get frustrated. Don't roll backwards. Stop. You're gonna get frustrated. Undoubtedly. No. Ooh. Woo! Spicy. Oh my god, get fucked. Ah! Oh, bullshit, that wasn't a parry. Oh, that was a Dark Souls 2 parry timing. That's what that was. That was like a super predict parry. It was way too early. Ah! Booyakasha! Get fucked! Oh, right in the crotch. Right in the fucking crotch. GG, man. Shit, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. I am off the rails here, but who cares? We're freestyling this shit. We freestyling. I don't know. Oh yeah, hyper armor. Hyper armor. So basically, the only way to really beat hyper armor is go pick up a strength weapon yourself. Respec your character if you absolutely need to, although if you're really playing melee, you should either be on a quality build or a quality luck build. Like, those are really your only 2 options. I mean, you can make, like, a totally dex-dedicated build, but you're just gonna have to respec, if you want to use something different later, and that just seems kind of, like, pointless to me. The only times I'll need to respec is if I want to use something that has, like, a faith or intelligence requirement. Which is coming up soon. I might check out, like, the Moonlight Greatsword or something like that. I don't know. I've never really been a fan of Moonlight Greatsword, I'm not gonna lie. I'll give it a shot, you know, because I've never really given it a shot, because it's always been a mage weapon, and I just never really put intelligence into my characters. Yeah, all my characters are pretty stupid is what I'm trying to say. Really, dude? You can't just stand there. Aw, damn it. Damn it. Underestimated the range. GG, man. This weapon is fucking good. This weapon is so good. But yeah, know what a hyper armor user is going to be looking for, and the best way to do that is to play with a hyper armor weapon yourself. Know what they're going to be looking for, and know how to punish it. And the best way to do that is to use a hyper armor weapon yourself and get fucked by people who, like, know how to get around it. And believe me, you will come across those people. You're not going to win every single duel, you know? But the thing is that a lot of people, they'll win, like, 90% of their duels, and they'll kind of take that as, like, oh, I don't really have anything else to learn, you know? And you do. You lost 10% of your duels. You have many things to learn, you know? You want to get 100%. That is the objective, you know? And that's probably completely impossible, but that's the objective. So, you know, use a hyper armor weapon and figure out what it is that makes them work and figure out what it is that counters them, because people are going to counter you. There's going to be better players than you when you're trying to get, you know, used to a new weapon or whatever. I had stams. That was a true punish then. Shit. Woohoo! Getting spicy up in here, but too bad. GG. Switch to one-handed, and everybody wants that parry. Everybody wants that parry. That's like the easiest way to get a last hit. Anybody using anything in their left hand that has an L2, just switch to one-handed and start using strong attacks. Just fuck them up. Fuck them up. Shit. So I was thinking about, like, trying to get people into, like, other dueling areas and stuff, you know, because, like, I was thinking, man, I'm kind of tired of this area. But since I found out that Onikiri and Ubarashi tech, I kind of never want to leave this dueling area, because it kind of seems like if that has, like, a bonus that you get from attacking from a higher spot than somebody else, even if it's slightly like this, then this really is kind of like the Street Fighter training room stage, you know? It's just a fucking good, plain stage that's perfect for dueling, because, I mean, shit, what other things are we gonna find out that are, like, sort of, like, height dependent? I kind of doubt there's anything else other than the Claw L2, which works the exact same way as the Onikiri and Ubarashi, but a little bit easier to get the headshot with it due to the fact that they come out faster. Like, the knee part of the attack comes out faster, and so does the slash. Just because the whole, like, leap animation is significantly shorter. That's a cool fire spell. If he actually fucking aimed it, he would hit with it. I don't understand, like, all these pyromancers who complain about pyromancy being bad and they don't fucking aim their attacks. Like, if you aim your attacks, sure, like, you know, and it's still, like, bad, you know, maybe it is bad. I haven't used pyromancy, you know, I haven't made my mage build yet. But I have seen a couple videos of, there's this dude, this Japanese dude, and if I can find the video again, I think it was all in, like, kanji, though, or, you know, like, or Japanese, in the title, so I don't know how I would find it again. But if I can find it again, I'll link it in the description. If not, you know, it might not be there. GG. But what I was trying to say was this dude is just free aiming all of his fireballs, and he is predicting everyone's rolls and nailing them in the face, like, every fucking time, and the fireballs are hitting for, like, 800 damage and shit like that. I feel like that can't really be bad, you know, like, okay, everybody's talking about spells like, you know, the tracking on them sucks, they don't hit anything, and blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, for something that's gonna hit that hard, I mean, I feel almost, you know, if it's gonna hit that hard in that range, I feel like you should have to make a read. But again, haven't tried out a spellcaster yet, so right now I'm just kind of talking out of my ass based off of the footage of a really fucking sick pyromancer. But I feel like if he can do it, anybody can do it. You just gotta practice. So I would say if you're a spellcaster having trouble right now, play unlocked the entire time. Don't even lock on, because if you throw anything at somebody and it's locked on, of course they're going to roll away from it. It's coming at them in a straight line, and it doesn't, like, curve or anything like that, you know? I mean, what do you expect? Like, you want people to stand still while you hit them? That doesn't even happen in melee. So I have heard that this weapon does amazing counter hit damage with the Leo ring off of these rolling attacks, due to the fact that the rolling attacks for some reason count as thrusting attacks, even though they're not. But I didn't really want to just, like, one-shot people in this. Well, I mean, it was a two-shot, it's fair. I didn't really want to one-shot people in this video, so I just decided to, you know, forgo the Leo ring. But shit, we got time for one more, but I gotta restock. Gotta re-up. Get back out there. Wreck some faces. Wreck some faces. I don't remember if I showed my build at any point during this video, so I'm gonna show you guys again. One mo again. One mo again. And here's the stats. Alright, you can pause it if you really wanted to see it. But yeah, these luck-based builds are destruction. They are fucking disgusting. I almost feel a little dirty using it, but I'm just, like, way too lazy to respec and reload my save and go through all that crap, so fuck it. Not gonna do it. But I do have, like, 3 different save backups for different things. I just haven't used them in a bit. I love the block spamming animation. It makes me so happy. This is the only gesture in the game that's worth using. Like, everything else takes too long. Just use this at the beginning of a duel. I will take that as a bow. I'll accept it. It's like the closest thing to a Dark Souls teabag, since you can't really rapidly do patches squat. You trying to get teabag, son? Get over here. I got that fucking chai latte waiting for your ass. Get your ass down here, Mr. Washing Pole. Speaking of washing pole, I do kind of want to check that out soon. It seems pretty sweet, and I think they just nerfed it in this most recent patch, actually. So that would make me feel a little bit better about using it. Not that you should feel bad for any of your weapon choices. You know, that guy's gonna say I'm OP because I hit him 3 times and he fucking died, but my counter-argument to that would be you ran right into a fucking stab, so... You know, I really don't feel like any of the weapons are OP. Everything has its strengths and weaknesses. I am gonna do one more. I'm not satisfied with that. You know, everything seems pretty balanced in this game, in my opinion. You know, you've got the E-Stock and the Dark Sword, and, you know, they do their R1 spamming and shit like that, but they can only combo 2 hits, and then you're done, you know? You've got, you know, things like this wouldn't be considered as good as the E-Stock and the Dark Sword, according to most people, you know, in the meta shit. Because you can't just R1 spam, but you can take out 900 points of someone's health on a fucking L2. That's kind of a big deal. You know, so I mean, I really don't think the Dark Sword and the E-Stock are like the best weapons in the game. I feel like there's really no best weapon in the game. You know, you've got the Black Knight Glaive, which does like a nasty 4-hit combo, but every single attack it has is super easy to avoid. Get your ass down here. Get your ass down here. Alright, Kyle. This is the end of the video, dude. I really don't have time for this. I'm just gonna kill him. Thank you. I really wanted this to be the last duel. And you have wasted my time. Alright, let's go. We dueling now? Let's do this. I'm off the cliff. Nope. And you're bad. Alright. Get the fuck out of here, Kyle. That's about as much Dark Souls as I can take today. You guys have a great day. Praise the motherfucking sun. And I will see you for the next video. Later.